cup of English podcast for Paul and Lily.
Right. Question, and I want an honest answer.
Okay.
How many times have you said, I will practice my English tomorrow, and then tomorrow came, and you did not practice your English?
Why are you coming at me immediately?
I'm not coming at you. I'm asking a universal question.
It feels personal.
It is slightly personal. How many times?
Fine. Many times. Many times. Hi, everyone. I'm Lily.
I'm Paul, and today's episode is for anyone who wants to practice English every day but doesn't know where to start. We are going to show you exactly how to practice English in just a few minutes a day. Simple, practical, and actually enjoyable. Let's go!
Okay, so the biggest problem most English learners have is not ability. It is not intelligence. It is consistency. Doing something every day, even for a short time, even when you are busy, even when you don't feel like it.
And the reason most people stop practicing is they think they need a long time, an hour, 2 hours, a proper study session with a notebook and a grammar book and full concentration.
And life doesn't always give you that. Some days you have 5 minutes. Some days you have 10. And people think, 5 minutes is not enough. Why bother?
But 5 minutes every day, every single day, adds up to 35 minutes a week, 2.5 hours a month, 30 hours a year, all from 5 minutes a day.
30 hours of English practice. From 5 minutes. That is significant.
Very significant. And the best part? You already have 5 minutes. Everyone has 5 minutes. While you wait for your coffee, while you sit on the bus, while you wait for someone who is running late.
Which for some of us is very relatable because some of us are always running late.
I said nothing.
You implied everything. Okay, first useful phrase. To practice. To do something again and again to get better. I practice English every morning. Consistent. Doing something regularly without stopping. The key to learning English is being consistent. And a little goes a long way. Even a small amount of something can make a big difference. 5 minutes of English every day. A little goes a long way.
A little goes a long way. Write that down. It applies to language learning, to exercise, to kindness, to most things in life, actually.
I have a consistency story. When I was trying to learn Spanish seriously, years ago, I had this idea that I needed to study for at least 1 hour every day or it didn't count. So if I sat down and only had 30 minutes, I thought, that's not enough, I'll do it tomorrow.
The all or nothing trap.
The worst trap. And tomorrow kept moving. Monday I had 40 minutes, but I needed an hour, so tomorrow. Tuesday I had 20 minutes, tomorrow. Wednesday something came up, tomorrow. By Friday I hadn't practiced once all week.
And how did you break this habit?
My Spanish teacher, wonderful woman, very direct, she said, Lily, 5 minutes of Spanish is infinitely better than 0 minutes of Spanish. You know what 0 minutes gives you? 0 Spanish. You know what 5 minutes gives you? 5 minutes of Spanish. Every day. For a year.
The maths is undeniable.
Completely undeniable. And she said, I don't care if you sit on your bathroom floor for 5 minutes reading Spanish words on your phone. That counts. That is practice. And something clicked. The bathroom floor counts.
The bathroom floor English lesson.
I have genuinely practiced Spanish on my bathroom floor multiple times, and I am not ashamed. It counts. Okay, vocabulary. To make progress, to get better at something slowly over time. I am making real progress with my English. A habit. Something you do every day without thinking. I made English practice a daily habit. And to commit to something. To make a serious decision to do it and keep doing it. I committed to 5 minutes of English every morning and I never missed a day.
Right, so what exactly can you do in 5 minutes? Because practice English is vague. Let's be specific. First, listen. What you are doing right now. Listening to natural English conversation. This is practice. Right now, you are practicing.
And the beautiful thing about listening practice is, you can do it anywhere. Walking, cooking, commuting, exercising. You don't need to sit down. You don't need a notebook. You just need your ears.
Second, repeat. Choose one sentence from what you just heard and say it out loud, exactly as the speaker said it. The speed, the rhythm, the emotion. Say it once. Say it again. Say it a third time faster.
We talked about shadowing in our shadowing episode. This is a mini version of that. One sentence, 3 repetitions. That is 2 minutes of speaking practice.
Third, use it. Take one new word or phrase from today and use it before the day ends. Say it to someone. Write it in a message. Think it in your head about something real. Using a word one time makes it stick much better than reading it 10 times.
I have a using it story. When I first learned the phrase to bite off more than you can chew, it means to take on more than you can handle. I loved it so much I wanted to use it immediately.
And did you?
I used it 4 times in one day, inappropriately.
Inappropriately.
I used it in situations where it didn't quite fit. My colleague said, "I'm making pasta for dinner tonight." And I said, "Careful you don't bite off more than you can chew." And she looked at me and said, "It's just pasta, Lily."
Pasta-related caution.
I was so excited about the phrase I was putting it everywhere. Like a word that doesn't fit but you use anyway because you love it. My friend told me she was reading 2 books at the same time. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Someone mentioned a long film. Hope you're not biting off more than you can chew.
You were warning everyone about everything.
By the end of the day, my roommate said, "Lily, what is wrong with you? Why do you keep saying the chewing thing?" And I said, "I'm practicing a new phrase." And she said, "Could you practice it more quietly?"
She needed a break from the chewing.
I used it so much that day, it is now permanently in my brain. Which is the whole point. Use it until it's yours.
The overuse method. Not always comfortable for those around you, but very effective for memory.
Very effective. Okay, vocabulary for practicing. To pick up. To learn something naturally without formal studying. I picked up a lot of English just by listening to podcasts. To stick. When something stays in your memory. I used the new word immediately and it really stuck. And to review. To look at something again that you already studied. To refresh your memory. I review 5 new words every morning while I drink my coffee. Right. Let's talk about the best times to practice English in your day. Because there are moments that are perfect for this and most people don't use them.
First, the morning. The first 15 minutes after you wake up. We talked about this in our morning routine episode. Your brain is fresh, it absorbs things easily, and English in the morning sets the tone for the whole day.
Second, commuting. If you travel to work or school, bus, train, walking, this is perfect listening time. 1 podcast episode per commute. Done. Practice finished before you arrive at work.
Third, waiting. Waiting for anything. The kettle, the lift, and hopefully not a stuck one like Lily's. Waiting in a queue, waiting for a friend. These small waiting moments are perfectly sized for 1 vocabulary review, 1 phrase repetition, 1 sentence of English thinking.
I have a commute practice story. For 6 months, I listened to English podcasts every single morning on my drive to work. Rain or shine, tired or not, good mood or bad mood. And after about 3 months, I noticed something.
What?
I started thinking in English about the podcast while I was listening to it. Not translating, just thinking directly in English. That's a good point. I agree with that. That's funny. All in English, automatically, without trying.
The direct English thinking we talked about in the brain episode.
Exactly. And it happened because of the commute habit. 3 months of consistent listening and my brain just switched. And I remember the exact moment I noticed. I was at a red light listening to a podcast and a thought appeared in English and I thought, wait, that was in English, directly. And I got so excited I missed the green light.
You missed a green light from excitement about thinking in English.
The car behind me beeped, and I wanted to roll down the window and say, "I'm sorry, I was thinking in English." But I didn't, because that would have been strange.
Slightly strange, yes. Although the driver might have been impressed.
Sorry, I was thinking in English is my new excuse for everything. Okay, vocabulary. A commute. The journey between home and work or school. I use my commute to practice English. To make use of. To use something in a good and effective way. I make use of every spare moment to practice. And spare time, free time, time when you have nothing you must do. I practice English in my spare time.
Right. I want to talk about something that nobody talks about enough in language learning. Enjoying it. Actually enjoying the practice.
Yes, because so many people treat language learning like medicine. Something difficult and unpleasant that you force yourself to do because it is good for you.
And if you treat it like medicine, you stop taking it the moment you feel slightly better, or the moment life gets busy, or the moment there is something more enjoyable to do.
But if you enjoy it, if you find English content you genuinely like, you don't need discipline. You just want to do it.
Find what you enjoy. Comedy. Watch English comedy. Football. Listen to English football commentary. Cooking. Watch English cooking shows. Music. Listen to English songs and look up the lyrics. Whatever you love in your own language, find it in English.
I have a finding what you enjoy story. My friend Maria, she had been studying English from textbooks for years. Very serious studying. Grammar tables, vocabulary lists, exercises. And her English was technically quite good, but she spoke very stiffly, very formally, like she was always writing an exam.
Textbook English.
Exactly. And I asked her, "What do you love? What could you watch or listen to for hours without getting bored?" And she said, reality TV, specifically cooking competition shows.
Cooking competitions?
She was obsessed. And I said, watch them in English, without subtitles. Just watch. And she looked at me like I was suggesting something radical.
Was it difficult at first?
Very difficult. She called me after the first episode and said, I understood maybe 40%. And I said, perfect, watch the next one. And she called after the third episode and said, I understood maybe 60%. Week 3. I understood most of it. Week 6. Lily, I am thinking in cooking competition English. I dreamed about a British judge telling me my sauce needed more depth.
She dreamed in cooking competition English.
And her spoken English completely transformed because she had absorbed hours and hours of natural, casual, emotional, real English without it feeling like studying at all.
Because it wasn't studying, it was watching something she loved, in English.
Find your cooking competition, whatever it is. Find it in English and just enjoy it.
I have a finding enjoyment story too, and mine is about books. I love reading, we know this. And when I was younger, I tried to learn French by reading French novels. Very ambitious, very optimistic.
How did that go?
I chose, and I accept this was my own fault. I chose a very long, very serious, very literary French novel. 480 pages. I thought, immersion, culture, sophistication.
Paul.
By page 12, I had looked up 437 words.
437 words in 12 pages.
I was spending more time in the dictionary than in the book. And the story, what little I could follow, was about a man being slowly sad in Paris for 400 pages.
Slowly sad in Paris.
Magnificent literature, I'm sure, but not the right choice for a beginner trying to enjoy French. And I stopped after page 31. Completely gave up on reading in French for 2 years.
And then?
Someone suggested I try a children's book first. A book I already knew, in French. Something simple, something fun, something I could actually follow without 400 dictionary visits per chapter.
And?
Completely different experience. I read the whole thing in 2 evenings, and I wanted to read another one, and then another. And slowly, over months, the books got longer and more complex, and I actually enjoyed every step.
Start simple. Start with what you can enjoy. Then grow from there.
The slowly sad Paris man will still be there when you are ready for him.
He is very patient being sad in Paris. He will wait for you. Okay, vocabulary. To enjoy the process, to find pleasure in the learning journey itself, not just the result. I started to genuinely enjoy the process of learning English, to be engaged, to be interested and involved in something. When I watch something I love, I am completely engaged. And to go at your own pace, to learn at the speed that is right for you, not too fast, not too slow, just right for you. Everyone goes at their own pace, and that is perfectly okay.
Right. One last very important thing. Talking to yourself. We have mentioned this before, but for 5-minute practice specifically, it is perfect. Because you don't need another person, you don't need the internet, you don't need anything. Just your voice and your brain.
While you make breakfast, describe what you are doing. I am making coffee. I am pouring the milk. The coffee smells good. While you get dressed, I am wearing a blue jumper today. It is cold outside. While you walk, the street is busy. There is a dog. The dog looks very happy.
You are narrating your own life. In English. Directly. And every sentence is practice. Every sentence builds the habit.
And you can do this for literally 2 minutes while you brush your teeth. 2 minutes of English narration while brushing your teeth. You are already brushing your teeth. You might as well be learning English at the same time.
The most efficient 2 minutes of your day.
I have a talking to yourself story, and I promise I have not told this one before. Last year I was in a supermarket. Late at night, very quiet, almost nobody there. And I was doing my English narration quietly to myself. I need bread. The bread is on aisle 3. This bread looks good. I will take this bread.
Very practical narration.
Very practical. And I turned the corner into the next aisle and there was a man standing there. And I was mid-sentence. And the sentence was, I wonder if they have the good butter today.
Out loud?
Completely out loud. Quite clearly. And the man had obviously heard because he said, very helpfully, aisle 5.
He answered you.
He answered my butter question, and I said, sorry? And he said, the good butter, it's on aisle 5, the expensive one. And I said, thank you so much. And he nodded very seriously and walked away.
He thought you were just a person looking for butter.
He had no idea I was practicing English. He just thought, here is a woman who needs butter and needs some help. And I found the butter and had a real English interaction.
The most successful accidental English practice in history.
I got butter and conversation practice. The narration method delivers everything.
Everything. Okay, vocabulary. To narrate, to describe what is happening in words. I narrate my morning in English every day. Out loud, using your real voice, not just in your head. Always practice out loud, it makes a big difference. And without thinking, automatically, naturally, without having to try hard. After 6 months of practice, the words started coming without thinking. So, 5 minutes. That is all. 5 minutes of listening, 5 minutes of repeating. 1 new word used before the day ends. Narrate your breakfast. Narrate your butter search. Listen on the bus. Listen while you wait for the kettle.
Small moments, every day, without missing. And in 6 months, you will look back and think, I can't believe how much my English has improved. And you will be able to tell the story of how you did it. In English, naturally, without even thinking.
Which is the whole point. English that feels like yours. Not something you are wearing over another language. Just yours.
Your challenge today. Pick one of these 5-minute habits and start it tomorrow morning. Just one. Tell us in the comments which one you chose. The commute listening, the morning narration, the 1 new word, the butter shop conversation.
The butter shop is an advanced technique.
Haha, work up to the butter shop. And also, tell us, where are you from and what is your level of English right now? We would love to know who is listening to us from all around the world.
And if today's episode helped you, even one small thing, please give it a like. It genuinely helps more people find this podcast. We want to reach every English learner we possibly can.
Share it with someone who is learning English. Forward it, send it, recommend it. One person. That is all. And subscribe to A Cup of English podcast. New episodes every week, waiting for you whenever you need us.
We will see you next week. Keep going. 5 minutes at a time.
5 minutes at a time. You've got this. Take care, everyone.
Your progress doesn't end here. To continue advancing your English skills, click on the next video or explore the additional videos we've thoughtfully selected for you.